leopard and maybe even see hyena. And unfortunately it was just a little bit too cold. I'm going to drive over it. Oh, we have some leopard tracks. Okay, we've got a couple of leopard tracks going this way. So we'll take another drive down here. You never know. It might work. And I saw a couple of kudu. So I'm hoping the kudu would have stayed around so we can maybe show you them quickly before we change cameras. There's the impala, there's the kudu. I knew I wasn't seeing things. Okay, I'm not an impala, dude. Yeah. Still going. Okay. Kudu's looking at something. Not too sure what. Is there something in the road there? Another impala. I think it was maybe the lights from Jigger. Just scared them off. What's that in the road? It's not, is it? Or is this a leopard? Is it an impala?
Or a daikon.
Oh, it's a daikon. There we go. I couldn't see it too well. It was just kept putting its head down and thinking, is that a cat trying to pick up a smell? So there was just, maybe that's what the kudu was looking at, and the kudu's disappeared now. Oh, there she is. There's one on the termite mound looking at us. I wonder if you're going to be able to get her. Yeah, I think it was the spotlight, the headlights on Jigger. There she is, looking at us. I'm not too sure why the impala decided to call. Maybe we did look like an impala. That was more of a mating call and territorial defense rather than a there's a predator around call. Beautiful big ears on the kudu, very characteristic of them. Again, you can see that very focused look. Ears are pointed forward, eyes are focused on something. But there was a Franklin just behind Jigger that caught her attention. But I am hearing something moving in there. Are you, Patrick?
No, just take the birds.
Just the Franklin. That's what I was thinking. Oh, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Now you guys have to get clued up on your antelope hay, because we're going to be doing the ranger race on Thursday onwards. Each of us are going to go out for one afternoon and see how many see how many mammals we can clock up. And it's up to you guys to tell us and ID them for us. So if you guys want to join us for that, please do. And we have Mark on the first afternoon. I think Patrick is on Friday, Jared is on Saturday, and I'm on Sunday. So with the light fading fast now, we'll see what's going on here. Who's just
same
that
Diker
again? And he keeps fooling me again. So I need a lot of help, eh? Yeah, we're going to be able to see it before it runs off. Okay. Ooh. Oh.
There's too much
A
light.
little bit bright there. That better?
Yeah, that's good.
A little bit.
No, it's fine. No,
Oh.
like that it's good. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So with the light drawing in now, we're going to change over to the night camera, and we'll continue on for about another hour or so. As I say, I'm still wanting to head down to Chelapan, maybe back up towards Twin Dam. We'll stick around this area so that we've got good signal. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we might see the leopards, and I'll keep my ear down on the radio as well and see if they pick up anything as well. But it sounds like it's just us out today. It's been very, very quiet on the radio. So don't go too far, have a toilet break, have a drink, and we'll be back with you very shortly. So just for now, from myself, Patrick and Kath, we'll see you in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Hello everyone, Catherine in Final Control again. As Tara mentioned, we're just changing cameras and then we'll be able to continue till about 6:30 hopefully with the night camera and see what we can see. But for now, until they change over cameras, we'll be sticking with the hippos and see if they can entertain us. They weren't as active as they were yesterday around the dam, but they seem to be doing a couple of things right now. So I'm going to try and zoom in and see if I can get close enough to see what the little one is up to on the left. So stick with us and we'll be back shortly. Hello everyone, back again, and we are just about good to go with the night camera. So we'll be ready to cut back to the jigger in a minute or two for the night drive.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope you were able to grab a cup of tea or coffee or your food, and hopefully we'll have some luck with maybe hyena or the leopard. I'm still holding faith that there is a leopard in this area. I really am holding faith. We just before the end of the afternoon drive, we just caught the tracks of one of the leopards walking this way. So I'm going to head back down towards Chelapan. Obviously our signal strength is not too great this evening, so I'm going to stick fairly close to this area, but keep your fingers crossed and think leopard, and hopefully we might find some, maybe even the elephants. I think they've got up towards Buffalo's Hook Dam, but we have been having quite a lot of tracks here, so we'll see if they've moved up this way as well. Maybe that same herd that we caught a couple of nights ago at Gowrie Dam, so we'll see. Alrighty, so let's get rolling. And for those of you who are just joining us, we have Patrick on camera, Kath in final control, and myself, Tara, presenting this evening. And we're going to be out for until about 6:30 or so. Reason being, we've had a few problems with the batteries, and we don't want to run them down for tomorrow morning's drive. But, we'll see how we go. So just using the spotlights, trying to detect the animals, and then once we see the eyes shining back, then we'll switch off the spotlight and switch to the infrared. And this just allows us to observe the animals without disturbing them. It's been very, very quiet around here. Say that you do get days where all the animals go into hiding, go into the thicker bush, especially with the temperatures dropping, which the temperature has dropped now. And as I say, unfortunately I've not been able to follow up on some of the tracks, but a couple of tracks that we had back there, hopefully it might just be that they've gone towards Chelapan. We're going to have another look around there, maybe come back up Twin Dam Road towards Gowrie Dam again, maybe do a bit of a lap around Quarantine if we have a chance, maybe go over towards Central Drive again. Just check those areas again. So remember, if you've got any other questions you'd like to ask, it's finalcontrol@safari.tv, and you'll be able to send your questions through to Kath. And with this being live, you'll be able to have the questions answered, hopefully on drive. And for those that, if we have quite a few come in, sometimes we don't get a chance to answer all of them. We will respond to them after the drive, so you still get your answer. But we will try and answer as many on drive as we possibly can. And just a quick thank you to everybody who sent in the information on the horses today and on the bush willow. It was very, very interesting. Alrighty. Okay, thank you very much, Richard, for your question. Welcome aboard this evening. And you're just commenting on how much it does look like the vegetation has started to dry up already. And as I say, I definitely agree with you. I definitely have noticed a difference myself even this week. Even with having the rainfall that we had, the vegetation certainly has started drying out. And how does that affect the animals that graze and browse, and obviously the predators in turn? Well, obviously the animals will find it going into winter slightly harder to find the food, and also the water. So that's why we will be seeing, thank you, that's why we will be seeing a lot more like the zebra and the giraffe in the area, because of the water, and Gowrie Dam being quite a substantial body of water, and probably Buffalo's Hook as well. That's why we'll get more of the grazers and browsers coming through this side that we wouldn't normally see during the summer when they go through onto the plains. But there will still be plants for them to eat, but they obviously just going to have to look for them a lot harder. But you will notice a substantial difference in them. You do see the impala stinging out a little bit. But impala are one of the few antelope that will eat both leaves and grass. But you also will find that some animals may do that this time of year. No, certainly the eland, who are generally browsers in the summertime, may eat grass as well. And obviously there will be some other antelope that may do the vice versa, but very, very few will do that. And very, I'd say, to my knowledge, the impala is one of maybe one or two that will eat both leaves and grass. Okay, I'm just picking up eyes there. I think what I saw before was probably just a termite mound. I certainly did see an eye here. Oh, it's a little diker. Okay, let's see if we can maybe see the little diker. Oh, nope. Living up to his name, he just dived into the bush. Little diker, meaning to dive in Afrikaans. Grey diker, common diker is its two names. And obviously with the animals moving, you will quite often find the predators move with them to a certain degree as well, depending on the area. A little scrub hare up in front. It's been a while since we've seen a scrub hare. You need me to shine on it again, or are you alright? You got it?
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Cool. We've got a scrub hare here. A fairly common animal, especially being nocturnal as well. You won't really see scrub hares during the day. Scrub hares, quite a good food source. Oh. Let's say quite an important food source, especially for the smaller animals around here. And remember, we had one of the boys, I think it was in Duna, catching a scrub hare right next to Jigger one morning. I think he obviously found his hiding space, and it was probably about a metre away from the vehicle, but unfortunately with the vegetation being so thick we couldn't see it. But that's one of the differences with the rabbits and the hares. Hares don't go underground. They'll maybe find a shelter spot in the bush, maybe dig out a little groove in the ground and sit there, but they won't go underground like rabbits do. And remember, they're not rodents. The rabbits and hares belong to the lagomorphs, whereas the rodents are separate, and the big difference being the teeth. The rabbits and hares there are two incisors in front and then two directly behind, so it's sort of in a little box shape, if you like. So you've got two in front and two behind, and they peg-like, whereas the rodents have chisel teeth, and they continue growing, and that's why they do have to keep gnawing on things to keep them sharp and in a good length. So there is a big difference between the teeth. Have you still got it? It's crazy, I can't see anything. It's very, very dark now. And also another difference between rabbits and hares is the young. When you get baby rabbits, also known as kittens, they are blind and helpless, hence why they need to give birth under the burrow, or in the warren, should I say. Whereas with hares, the young are actually, they're called leverets, and they are born ready to run, ready to move around. So there's a very big difference with the young, and just the words for them, the helpless and they're blind, is just known as altricial young. They need help from the parent or parents, and when a baby is born and it's ready to go, it can feed and move around, it's known as precocial. Same with the birds. You get some birds that are needing help and some that aren't, and same with the mammals as well. If you think about the lions, their young are born, the eyes are closed, fairly small, and they need a lot of help from mum in the first few weeks of life. Whereas if you think about maybe a baby elephant, it can be on its feet within minutes. Alrighty, shall we move on? So hopefully you saw the scrub hare being quite relaxed. Not being too bothered about us being there, but as soon as you put the light on them, they go into the alert mode, crouching, trying to hide themselves. So hopefully it shows you the difference in the behaviour. Nothing at this little pan here on Pan Road. Looking out for any owls. And seeing the Burroughs eagle owl a fair bit recently, which has been awesome. One of the larger owls in South Africa. And we've been hearing the pearl-spotted owl quite a lot around the dam, and it's the bird that goes something like this. So if you hear that bird, it's a pearl-spotted owlet. One of the smaller owls here in South Africa. I hear the scops sometimes. But those are the only three that I've seen or heard. Have you seen or heard any others, Patrick?